Hello, and welcome to my presentation on A/B testing for websites. I'm going to share a little bit of information about what that is, and hopefully I'll have an example as well of how to implement that on a website. To it, let's start by learning a little bit about what A/B testing is. So, A/B testing is a method of comparing two versions of something to determine which one performs better, right? And so I will show a method to do A/B testing for a website, and this is used by presenting different variations to users, data is collected to evaluate metrics such as conversion rates, user engagement, and overall effectiveness. So why we do this is it can be used to determine more effective aspects of websites. Um, and a lot of times this is used in social media marketing, and marketing companies will use this to determine whether ad campaign and which ad campaign can be more effective. We can use this in websites to show what gets the most attention or what draws more users. Each of these things are called conversions when they reach a specific metric that we want them to. And so we're looking to see what does better, one way or another way. And that's why that matters, is we're trying to get the best overall performance from the website as possible. Now, here's a few terms for understanding effective A/B testing. These are just some typical terms that people use, and as we go throughout this, I'll use a few of these. So there's the control group, which is the group of users exposed to the original unchanged version. So this is, your website as it is right from the beginning. Variant, the modified version of a web page or a feature being tested, and this is going to be what we're changing, right? Then conversion, the desired action you want users to take, e.g. clicking a button or signing up, right? We're going to have call to action buttons on websites to get them to do something. In our Chamber of Commerce websites, we have a join us button uh, that they need to be able to click. But other things could be conversions as well, like you can have click through rates and things like that. If we're testing the social media meta information, like are people clicking? How are people getting to our website? So there will be a lot of different things that can be tested in A/B testing. You have your hypothesis, or an assumption or prediction made before running the test about what will change and what will improve performance. This is the most important part, right? This is your direction of how you're going to run your test. So you need to make sure that you have a clear, descriptive hypothesis that is very specific on what you're looking to do. We are looking to get increase number of call to action clicks by 10%, and the hypothesis is if we make the button bigger or if we change the color or, we just change the button in general, it'll generate those clicks, or we change the position. Those are all variables that we can change within the variant. And then randomization, the process of randomly assigning users either the control or variant to avoid bias. And I'll show a method of how you could do that using a bit of JavaScript. Um, so moving on, more A/B tests. Planning A/B tests. Identifying goals and metrics. Establish clear goals. Like I said, these are crucial for effective A/B testing. You need to have a clear idea of what it is you want to see from the test. From there, you can identify the KPIs or the key performance indicators that will lead to the desired result, right? A KPI is number of clicks or number of people landing on our homepage, or how many people go to the blog part of our homepage, or different things, right? There'll be all sorts of metrics. Those are all key performance indicators. Selective effective variants for A/B testing, right? Choosing the right variants is critical for successful A/B testing. Variants can include changes in design, color, calls to action, or layouts. For example, testing two different versions of text on landing pages can lead to significant differences in user engagement and conversion rates. So you want to be able to identify what can be an effective change and try that out. And there's a lot of theories that go along with this, right? There's color theory, for example, that certain colors have meanings in our mind. So for example, like green can be associated with success. Blue is associated more with like leadership, and so you kind of you're working on a lot of different theories, and there's a bit of psychology involved, but you want to figure out what the best change could be to get the desired out, to reach those key KPIs that you're looking for. Um, Formulating clear predictions for effective testing, right? A well-defined hypothesis is essential for A/B testing. It should clearly state the expected outcome from changes made to the website, focusing on user behavior or conversions. For instance, changing the button color from blue to red will increase clicks by 10%. This clarity ensures accurate measurement and analysis of the results. All right. And so now we're going to move on to showing a website here of what it actually that can show like the A/B testing. Right? So I'm going to display the website here. Okay, so here is our website that we're going to be showing an example of A/B testing. We have this button here in the middle of the screen that we want people to be able to click. And we have we have two different versions of this button to see which one's going to be more effective. If we refresh the screen a couple times, there we go. It changes, right? Because it's random. It's randomly choosing which button to show using a little function that chooses random numbers, okay? And so right now it pops up with this button here. This is a new one. Now every time they click it, we have a little pop-up here that shows them thank you for clicking version A. Oh, it also shows the B one. There must be an error in my code. But so that's kind of what it does. And so doing that click, that can then send the data of people clicking this to a server or for the information to be gathered, so we can then review that information later. So how do we do this this randomization? Just to give you an idea here. Okay, so here's our basic HTML. It goes over, we got our normal header stuff. And then just a simple, simple body here. And we got our buttons here. We have our class is called hidden, so it'll hide whatever we don't want to be seen. And then our IDs here to identify which of these two divs should be shown, right? And which button version A or button version B should be shown. And then we also got CSS here, just a lot of, I went a little bit extra with it just to make it look cute. But this basically hides our buttons until our JavaScript allows them to be displayed. And then this is what we'll display. So if we jump over to our JavaScript over here, we have our function, this math.random. It'll choose a random number that's between 0 and 1. And so this basically says that anything that is less than 0.5 will show version A of the button, and anything over 0.5 will show version B of our button. And then we've also are able to see the button clicks here and display the alert for which button version was clicked. But obviously I've got something wrong in there because it's popping up both of them instead of just one. Anyway, so that's basically it. And then, like I said, this will do a random thing. You can make this useful here on your websites. If you want to try out a couple different things when you're showing your friends, you can have them go and say, hey, which one do you like better? And so you can try this out yourself. But the real important part here is this tracking, right? Right now, it doesn't point to anything. It just sets up an alert. But it is important to be able to track the information to know, who's getting clicks, what's getting clicks, so you can monitor those key indicators to see if your hypothesis is true or not. And if not, figure out what you need to adjust to create a positive outcome. So that's my information on A/B testing. Have a great day.